Hi, this is Marcy Stahl, Mindset and Marketing Mentor. Do you find that you have an uncanny ability to sense people's feelings even before they tell you about their feelings? Do you find that you're often right on target about what's going on in someone else's life, again, before they've even told you about it? If so, then you likely have the strength of empathy. That strength is all about sensing other people's feelings, their unspoken feelings and emotions. And often, along with that, you're able to verbalize what they're experiencing even when they can't verbalize it. So, this is a really powerful strength that a lot of healers, especially, have. And it's one that can be really challenging to come to terms with and to use from a position of leverage within your business. So I want to say a little bit about what that journey can look like and then get into the leverage piece of it. So the initial phases of dealing with your empathy strength can be very confusing and kind of overwhelming. You may have found that as a child, you picked up on the feelings of other people around you, and at that point, it may have been really confusing about whether those were your feelings or someone else's. Later on, you sort that out, you get more clarity on what are your feelings and what are someone else's. And the next challenge is determining what's your responsibility. Because sometimes when you can sense other people's feelings, you can feel like it's your responsibility to fix them. And that can end up sucking up a huge amount of your time and energy because we just really can't fix the people around us. A higher phase of leverage within your business, and this is one I see a lot with experienced healers, is where you benefit from your empathy strength. So someone comes in to see you, you sense what they're thinking and feeling, and you use that to help shape the way that you treat them. That is great, and it's not fully taking advantage of all the leverage that's available to you. It also still puts a lot of responsibility on you because you're the person who's most conscious of what they're thinking and feeling. The higher position of leverage for you with your empathy strength in your business is to start to verbalize what you're experiencing, turn it over into a question that you can ask of your client, or if you're a direct seller, your team members, and get them involved in this conversation with you. So here's what that can look and sound like. You're working with someone, you're starting to feel an emotion that seems a bit out of place in the context of what you're doing, and you pause. And you say to your client or team member, let's pause here for just a minute. I noticed that when we got to whatever place you're at, looking at your knee, exploring your profit and loss report, talking about recruiting, when we got to that place, I started to sense a lot of fear and anxiety in the room. I just want to check in with you for a minute. What are you feeling when we get to that spot? And then just pause and let them answer. When you do that, you are opening a really huge door for potential transformation for your client or team member, because you're giving them the opportunity to go deeper into what is the true problem they're experiencing. So often people show up and say things like, well, my problem is I don't have enough clients, or my problem is my left knee, or whatever. But then as you start to work with someone, you realize, oh, the actual problem is somewhere else. The actual problem is this deeper thing. We human beings are often really bad at knowing what our deeper thing is. So when you help your clients or your team members by asking them questions about the deeper thing that you're sensing, you are really giving them such a possibility of transformation. That is so huge. And that's something, again, we really cannot get to, each of us on our own. We need help getting there, and your empathy strength is crucial and so valuable in helping your community get there. So that's really the high place of leverage for empathy. If, when you think about it, you realize you're still struggling with your empathy strength, if you're feeling like I can't really talk about this because people will think I'm wrong or that I'm weird in some way, or if you're a little further back and you're still feeling like, well, it's my responsibility to fix that if I sense something is wrong, then you're definitely at a phase where you're not fully leveraging your empathy for yourself. If you'd like to get to that spot of greater leverage where you are creating more transformation for your clients and team members and for yourself, then I'd like to invite you into a complimentary private one-on-one call with me, in which we're going to explore your experience with your empathy strength, and we're going to look at how you can go even deeper. What would be the experience that you'd have if you really could bring your empathy strength into your marketing and into your client work? If that sounds like that would make a difference for you and your business this year, then I invite you to email me success@marcystahl.com. That's success@marcystahl.com. And Amber, my cat, is emphasizing this right now with a little tail wave there. And my trusted assistant, Melissa, will be in touch with you to help schedule a next steps call with me. I so look forward to connecting with you and helping you bring your empathy strength into the world in a bigger way. Take care.